I think we're live. Hey there, folks. We are live. Let me go live on Instagram real fast. Just go live right here. Yay. What is going on? Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. I have not been here. I feel like I went away for a really long time. I actually took 10 days to lay around in my pajamas and do nothing to celebrate my birthday. Yeah. So I wanted to thank you all for the birthday wishes that you gave to me. So generous on Facebook. You like my pretty profile photo. I loved it. Let's see who we have on here. I've got a little story time for all of you today. I thought doing story time while I made some food would be great. So let's see if we have anyone on at all. My friend Alia, I love you. So what you can do is just welcome. Tell me where you're tuning in from as you come on here with a heart, a thumbs up, and just post city, state, and country that you're tuning in from in the comments section below this video. Welcome, Tina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I think that phone's going to go dead, so let's go over here. Okay. Oh, Lewis. Okay. All right, let's get started. So I thought it would be really fun to do a story time. And I'm gonna let you guys pick like what you wanna hear about. So there's 3 topics. I'm gonna share them with all of you. And I thought I would teach you how to make something really easy with just 3 ingredients to raise your vibration in the process. So I'm gonna do a little adjustment here because this is wicked crooked. This is so crooked, it's not even funny. So let me try to kind of straighten that a little bit. Honestly, you guys, I don't want to say the joke I was going to say, but I can mess anything up. Definitely a one-woman show. Okay, so the story time I thought I would share with all of you is when I was modeling and got hit on by a professional comedian that is very famous. And I thought I would share this story with all of you because his fiance ended up calling me. So I'm going to share it with all of you while I make food. First, we're going to kind of raise and elevate your vibration with this sacral chakra singing bowl. I love this singing bowl. Just elevates, lifts the mood, brings you peace. So and just continue to tell me where you're tuning in from in the comments section. Doesn't it just kind of bring everything just to kind of a peaceful mode when you do that? It kind of breaks up the energy. So, okay, years ago when I was working in Saks Fifth Avenue, as a trunk show model, those of you who don't know what a trunk show model is, this is canned jackfruit, by the way. A trunk show model is someone who gets hired by a brand to walk around in their clothes all day and tell people how much the clothes cost. So that was actually my job for several years. I worked as a fragrance model and a trunk show model. So you know the annoying women that spray you when you come down at the mall with toxic perfume? That was actually my job. Actually paid $25 an hour. A trunk show model paid about $180 an hour. So, you know the difference. Going to drain the liquid. Just going to pull this bowl over here to drain the liquid of the other one. So, I was working as a trunk show model, second can of jackfruit, by the way, at Saks Fifth Avenue in Columbus, Ohio. And this man with this beautiful body and hair this color. I can't say his name. I don't want to get sued. His hair was the color, it kind of looked like a carrot top. Okay. He was a famous comedian. So he came in, and I was working for a company called St. John. That was actually the company's name. It's a designer. Clothes I could never afford. I probably still couldn't afford those clothes. You know, jackets that were like $7,000. I mean, crazy. So I was walking around in these leather. I would never wear leather now because I've been vegan, but at the time I wasn't. I think it was like 20 something. I was walking around in these leather pants and this leather jacket and all this, you know, stuff I would never wear today. And I feel this tap on my shoulder. And so I turn around, and who is it but this guy with big red curly hair, looked like a carrot top, who's this famous comedian. And okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna break the jackfruit up with your fingers. By the way, did you guys know you could like feed world hunger? You could solve the issue with jackfruit. It's got all the vitamins, minerals, nutrients you need more than any other food. So you're just gonna break these up, make sure your hands are clean, like so. You can also use a food processor, but it's summertime, my house is freshly cleaned, and I didn't wanna break that out. So I get this tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, and all my little girlfriends I'm modeling with are like, oh my God, it's Carrot Top. And I'm like, oh, is it? And so I turned around, and he said, hi, what are you doing tonight? And I said, well, I'm going home. So at the time, I was in an 11-year relationship, didn't really feel like cheating or anything like that, or fraternizing with any other men. So I said, you know, I'm going home. And he said, well, can I get your number? Because we're having a bunch of parties while I'm in town in Columbus, and I'd like to invite you to them. You can bring it was my fiance at the time. And I said, okay, sure, you can have my number. So I give him my number. He puts it in his phone, and not even 5 minutes goes by, and he's messaging me from upstairs in the gold room. So the gold room is like this room where all the expensive clothes hang at Saks Fifth Avenue. And you have to have like some kind of like, I don't know, like pass. I mean, it's like this strip club of like clothes or something. I don't know. So he's like, hey, can you come up here, blah, blah, blah. And so I walk up there with one of the other girls, and he's like, so we're having this party at such and such hotel tonight. Do you want to come? And I said, no, I have a fiance. So 7 hours later, when I'm finally done working, yes. Okay, so you want to break the jackfruit up until it has like a meaty texture. So 7 hours later, when I'm walking out to my car, there he is in the back of a limousine. He's like, hey, we're having this party at this hotel. Would you like to come? And I thought, maybe if I send a message to my fiance and tell him where I'm going to be and invite him, it'll be okay. So I did that. And I got in my Honda Del Sol. That's what I drove at the time. It was this little 2-seater convertible. It was blue. And I followed the limousine because I didn't want to get it in the back of the limousine to this hotel where there was this rooftop party with all kinds of people. Anyway, my fiance didn't end up coming, but I had girlfriends there that I modeled with. And it turned out it was a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm breaking the jackfruit up, and I'm gonna continue to break it up, and then I'm gonna show you what I am going to add when it is all broke up. So you wanna continue to break it up where it's like in a meaty texture, right? Okay, so we had a blast. You know, I've never been a drinker, so I didn't have anything to drink, but we danced, we partied, we had fun. Fast forward to, and then I saw him, he was like doing a show that appeared on HBO, and it was like a lot of fun. It was fun. No fraternizing, nothing, I was engaged. So we continued to text a few times in a friendly manner. And by the way, he was built fantastic. I'm just saying, like, he had on one of those tight, like, muscle shirts, and you could see his muscles. You know what I mean? So it was one of those experiences. So on top of that, okay, I don't even know if anyone's on here. We began, you know, messaging back and forth, yada, yada, yada. And long story short, then his fiance calls me one day asking who I am. And I said, oh, I'm just a girl that, he invited to a party when he was in town in Columbus, Ohio. No worries, I'm engaged, nothing happened, there was a bunch of us there, etc. So I thought that was a really interesting story. They ended up breaking up, but it's neither here nor there, so nothing happened. Okay, so I thought I would share that with you. I just thought it was a little cute story time. So we've got the jackfruit completely broke up. So I went out into the garden and I got a handful of parsley. Now this is a lot of parsley. I've rinsed it off and I'm just gonna kind of take the edges. So I'm just gonna twist the edges off. Now, parsley, if you don't know, is nutrient dense. It's actually an excellent diuretic, and that's one of the reasons I love it. The other reason I love it is it's a liver detoxifier. Most people don't know that. Most people think of herbs like milk thistle and things of that nature as a liver detoxifier. Parsley is actually even stronger. So I'm just gonna chop that up like so. I like to put a little green in everything I make. And we're just gonna throw that on the jackfruit like so. Now, I've got some homemade barbecue sauce here. This tastes exactly like barbecue when it's all done. And I'm gonna blend this in with a spoon. I made my barbecue sauce from blackstrap molasses, sun-dried tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, and medjool dates. So we're just gonna kind of pour that on. So anyway, it was a really interesting story, but the reason I'm sharing that with you is because I'm just going to say Carrot Top because that was his name. He was a vegan way back then before I went vegan. So he had a big hand in me going vegan because our entire discussion, I don't know if he's still vegan, but our entire discussion at the hotel, at this rooftop party, while sitting on a couch with other people was about veganism and animal cruelty. And this was like, you guys, this was like 20 some years ago. So he was way advanced, far ahead of his time. And that's why I'm sharing this story with all of you. Okay, so voila, done, finished. And the reason I love this dish is there's no overt fat. So what is an overt fat? Overt fat is oil. Olive oil, avocado oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil. All of those are overt fats. It actually puts cellulite fat on the body. It clogs our organs. It's just not healthy. If you're going to eat avocado oil, eat an avocado instead. If you're going to eat olive oil, have the olives instead. I know a lot of you Italians are going to argue with me about the olive oil, but honest to God, it's better to go with the real thing than the overt fat. So one of the reasons I love this dish, and look how beautiful it is too when it's done, is as a vegan of like 25 years, I love to eat dishes that contain very little to no overt fats. I do eat a lot of fat in my diet. However, I prefer to stick to real fat. So voila. Let's see if we have any comments. I don't even know actually if anyone's on here. Let's see. Welcome in Norway. Welcome in Boston. Oh, the comedian was Carrot Top, actually. No, not Seinfeld. I wish. No, I wish. He's more my speed. Thanks for telling me where you're tuning in from. Thanks for all the hearts. So the way I would plate this, you guys, and the way I would eat this is I would have this for brunch or dinner. I would pair it with a big avocado salad. I would eat it on a night where I want to wake up and feel fresh in the morning, not loaded down with a bunch of fats and miscombined food. I would probably have either a chocolate or some almond butter chocolates after, and this is the way I love to eat this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. I'm actually going to shoot a short reel for TikTok on this story, and I think it's going to flow a little better. And a couple announcements. Those of you who have bought Eat Right for your Zodiac in Barnes & Noble and Target, on AndreaCox.com, on Amazon, thank you so much. I appreciate you greatly. We are working on a beautiful oracle deck that is based on health and wellness and raising your vibration, and the Akashic records and animal spirit guides and all of that combined into one. So I'm really, really excited about that. I think you guys are going to love that. I shared one of the photos the other day. I'm going to be sharing a lot more of what we've created, and I think you guys are just going to absolutely love it. I love each and every one of you. I hope you have a beautiful evening, and eat jackfruit. It's got all the vitamins, all the minerals, all the nutrients you need in it. It's a very simple food. I get my canned jackfruit actually at Trader Joe's, and it's like $1 something a can. It's BPA free, so you've got that going for you as well. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Be well.